in sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Gators ready to get this thing started and open the season. Coming out with it, it's Moffitt. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Moffitt. Turns it on at midfield. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Try to clear the picture. Wants to pass. Throws to the back. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. They're coming off an appearance in the national championship game last year, and you know they're looking to get back.
Yeah, they're motivated to take the next step. And, David, they feel like they've upgraded to several key positions this year, hoping that they can take it that one next step and win the Natty this season.
Yeah, it was one thing to get there, but, man, do you get even hungrier when you got there and you had to watch the other team celebrate. So a good chance to take out some demons, start this year off good, and maybe forget about last year's finish.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Roper. At midfield, he's got room. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player, but this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
Looking downfield on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. He's going to run it. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Makes the grab past the marker. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
They'll go to the toss. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experienced depth. But now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, you know, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. To the air on first down. It's caught. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Second down, he'll throw it. He's got an open man. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. They get a nice pickup on this crossing route against the zone, and everybody executed in unison, Jesse.
Yeah, and Reese, this offense, they've got a plan in the passing game. They've got some stuff ready for man coverage, and they've got some zone beaters as well. And you just saw one there on the crossing route.
Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it to the back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw again. The screen, he's got wheels. Strong, firm tackle.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
And the Gators are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll send the tight end in motion. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. Got it? On fourth down, looking for the completion. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Swings it out to the flat. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that, take a shot down the field, and don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Here we go, here we go.
Quarterback making adjustments. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Pulls it in, it's Hussein. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And that's a great lesson for young quarterbacks out there. You don't have to force every football deep down the field. I know it's 3rd and long, and that play definitely is designated to go to a wide receiver somewhere, but hey, check it down to your running backs. These guys are great athletes, and they can make good things happen when you give them the ball in space.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Looking to throw on 1st down. They've got the screen set up. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable. Just keep giving him the easy catches until they do something to stop it.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up, and then obviously it leaves the middle of the field a little bit more wide open for receiver, for a tight end. So QB keeps making the right decision, getting the ball to running back, and he's making plays.
And the Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short.
Let's go.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Runs through a tackle. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a 1st down. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success to create some balance.
Gonna look downfield again. The screen, and watch out. Finds a crease at the 20. There he goes. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gators. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost. No problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Moffitt. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board down. It's a running room. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, an explosive pass play for this offense.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
Wants to throw on first down. A little release to the back. Across the 25, he's got room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to listen. Hold on. Can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
After getting nothing done on first down, second and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break.
Fourth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, while you're there, we've got an update on 1 versus 2 that's going on right now. Texas A&M is down, but they are not out of it. Not there at Kyle Field, one of the more special places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Clemson. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything going on today, and when it happens, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
So now it's second and long. Motion from the wide receiver. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Catch in the middle, it's Foster. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. It'll be third and long. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires downfield. Got his man on the right. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. The Gators with the 1st and 10. Quick release on the RPO.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Throwing right. It's gone. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Moffitt. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Motion from the back. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Looking to the big tight end. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Under fire. Unloads it downfield. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And this will be caught at the 30. They finally get him stopped. Man, oh man, did he almost make a play to end this half, but stopped on a touchdown-saving tackle. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. to kick off this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Going to swing it on second down. Release to the back. Caught. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Guys have the backfield now. It's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
The Gators come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll run the sneak for it. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Power football with the run. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. You're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Gators are flying down the field. They'll send the back in motion. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hussein. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the first down, and what do? Right away, right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
Making side adjustments here. Off the play fake on first down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And most quarterbacks will tell you, if they start to drift and throw off their back foot, their balance isn't as good, and you're more inclined to miss like he did right there.
the chains now on 2nd and long.
27, jump.
They'll move the wide receiver. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. He fires one deep down the right side. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the 1st half, and you see it here again early in the 3rd quarter.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example thereof.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
The 12th play of this drive, the defense trying to dig in on 3rd and goal. Now the play fake. Back's looking for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
4 to hole, 88. Cross.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play in. You've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. He hits that hole. It opened up for him as he gets 6 and all the way out to the 9-yard line.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the 2nd half.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They'll give it to the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
Snap it to the back. Slithers into space. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you've got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air on 2nd down.
nice job by the linebacker there, understanding his responsibilities in that coverage. That's a cover two look, so there's two safeties playing deep, but the linebacker knows there's nobody underneath him, keeping him close to the line of scrimmage, so he can kind of float back a little bit, watch the QB's eyes, jump the throw, and make the pick.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor, both for trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a second down play.
Set, ready.
Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. He wants to change this route. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires on the move. Complete to the right. He's brought down the one to play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Caught in the backfield, it's Hussein. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Touchdown, Gator! Fit it in the window for the score.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Miami is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sebastian isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 11 over Michigan. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. And
good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores.
There he goes. The 30. He's at the 20. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. The corners are walked up tight. A first down run in the red zone. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. Back to pass. He's going for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And the offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Running to Green. Got enough for the first. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to go up top on first down. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
I think the route runner got a little bit sloppy on his route. You've got to do a better job creating some separation when you're running these end routes. But good job by the defense, too, because they took advantage and knocked the ball away.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And this is a moment with the lead late on third down that I would put the ball in the quarterback's hands and trust him to get this first down and keep beyond the field. He's one of the most highly rated guys in the country. Throwing it, and if it's not there, use his God-given athleticism to go keep these sticks moving.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, third and long coming up. Motion from the wideout. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They boot it away. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They'll go to the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that clock is ticking. That clock is ticking big time. I want to take shots down the field. I want to save my timeouts, and I want to try to get out of bounds here with the clock ticking down and us trailing by a score.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. The sure hands, it's Bridges. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Well, this certainly hasn't been a career day for the quarterback, right? He's thrown a couple of picks, hasn't thrown for a ton of yards, but his team is in position to win this game, and they need him to make plays now, a 2-minute situation, to pull this one out. He's got the talent to do it. Let's find out what he does.
He stopped right there, short of the first down, in this defense trying to preserve the lead.
I just think for the offense, at this situation of the game, in the fourth quarter down a possession, you can be a bit more aggressive and throw the ball vertically down the field. Challenge this secondary. Force them to make plays and to play clean without pass interference.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. Fourth down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The give as they work on that clock. That's a really nice job by this defense, maintaining outside leverage and knocking him down behind the line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Backing up on the first 2 plays, now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. They'll try the run. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down. 4th down coming from the 48.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Gators need to pick it up on 4th down.
Trick 9B. Trick 9B.
Timeout call by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. The Gators line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt is on its way. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. You work all offseason for that, the chance to take a knee and punctuate an opening victory to this season. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.